I declare the congregation open. Members of the university, guests, and especially all of you graduating here today, it's an enormous pleasure to be able to welcome you on what is a very special day. We're here to celebrate the achievements of our students from 2020 and 2021. So I know it's been a long wait, but we're delighted that you're all here today. I'm particularly delighted to see so many friends and family of our students here today. I know you'll all be feeling justifiably proud of what your relative or your friend has achieved, and by the way, we very much share in your pride. I would also like to make special mention of our honorary degree recipient, John Moulton, about whom we will hear more later. You're all very welcome at today's ceremony. This is actually the first set of undergraduate degree ceremonies we've been able to hold since the COVID pandemic began, so it's an important milestone, obviously principally for our students, but also for the university itself. And on behalf of the university, I want to thank both you, our students, and our staff for sticking with us in what has been an incredibly challenging period. The circumstances that you faced make it even more of an achievement to have successfully completed your studies and earned your degree. So, degree ceremonies are formal occasions. We have the brass band. But they're also events to be enjoyed. So I would encourage you all to applaud, shriek, yell, scream, sing, if you like, at the appropriate point when people come onto the stage. This is a celebratory day, and we want to make it that for everyone here. I dare say for some of you that may well extend into the night. I speak from experience. I graduated here in 1979. An eon ago. So there you are. You could be A graduate one day and you can be Chancellor next. If it can happen to me, honestly, it can happen to you. It was a very different university then from the one that you guys all attended. For a start, this is a much bigger university. It was about half the size back then. But it's also a far better one now than it was then. In fact, honestly, I'd struggle to get in nowadays. Lancaster's in the top dozen out of over 130 universities in our country, and our ambition is to be in the top 100 worldwide, and we're making really good progress towards that. For me, the wonderful thing about Lancaster is that even as we're growing, the one thing that remains absolutely constant is that we remain true to our founding principles, that this should be a university open to all with talent and potential. At Lancaster, excellence hasn't been bought at the expense of equity. We provide opportunities for students, regardless of their backgrounds, to achieve their aspirations in life. And at a time when there is often such an overwhelming sense of pessimism in our country about the prospect of greater social mobility and equality in Britain, ours truly is a story of optimism. Our philosophy is a very simple one. What counts is not where you came from in the past, but whether you're prepared to put in the effort to create a better future. Today, we're celebrating the fact that each and every one of you sees that opportunity. A graduation ceremony is often thought of something that, if you like, marks the end of an era. It's a rite of passage between one part of your lives and the next. It certainly is the culmination of years of hard work, and that is a quality that will last you all of your lives. So today is less the end of something and more the start of something else, not the closure of an old story, but the opening of a new chapter. What you have learned here, you will carry throughout your lives. Of course, if you've studied computing, you may decide to pursue a career in IT. If you've studied management, you may well go into business. If you've studied politics, then frankly, heaven help you. But I think what you will find is that what you've acquired here is more than knowledge about a particular subject. I can't speak for all of you, but for myself as a graduate from Lancaster, this will always be the place that gave me the strongest possible foundation for my life and my career. It helped me on my way from being a kid growing up on a council estate in the northeast of England to having the privilege of serving in the UK's cabinet. My time here genuinely was a gift. It gave me skills way beyond my studies: how to learn, how to analyse, how to argue, how to question. It taught me too the relationship between effort and reward. If it's easy, it isn't really worth doing. It's the hard things in life that make you. And as you all now know, there are no easy degrees here at Lancaster. Every one has to be earned through commitment, dedication, and sheer hard work. So today, of course, we celebrate your intelligence, but we also celebrate your resilience, your ability to rise to a challenge and to beat it. That is just as well, because the world that you're all now in is certainly not short of challenges. This is a period of profound global uncertainty, even volatility. Some have christened it the era of perma-crisis, and the world seems to lurch inexorably from one crisis to the next. But it's more than that, I think, at least. You know, someone asked me recently, do you know what today is, Alan? I thought I'd forgotten my wedding anniversary. He said, today is the slowest day of the rest of your life. Today is the slowest day of the rest of your life. What did he mean? He meant it's not just the scale of change that we're witnessing in the environment. We just had the 2 hottest days of the year. In the economy, technology, society, politics. The scale of change is vast. But what he meant was that the pace of change was electrifying and it isn't going to slow down. Navigating that to create a better, and I hope a fairer world, is something that requires, above all else, one thing. It requires great leadership. Now, no doubt there will be different views about whether the world is blessed with that today. But I hope what we can all agree on is that it is this generation of young people who genuinely are our biggest source of hope for the future. You are the leaders of tomorrow, and what we seek to do here at Lancaster is to equip you with the right attributes to make a difference in the world, to be agile in your thinking, to be purposeful in your focus, to be outward-looking in your demeanour, which is why Lancaster is and always will remain a university that is open to the world. We believe in building bridges, not walls, which is why we have a campus in China, another in Malaysia, one in Ghana, our latest in Leipzig. We're unashamedly a global university. We take particular pride in the fact that here on campus, we welcome students from over 180 countries worldwide, and that our staff come from all parts of Europe and indeed well beyond. The rich diversity they provide on campus not only brings huge benefits educationally, it also prepares our students for life in what is increasingly a global society. So there are no guarantees, but the one thing I can promise you is that the degree you have earned from this university is a passport, should you choose to use it, to a lifetime of opportunity. Some say a degree is not worth the cost, and it certainly is no longer a cheap option. It involves, for very many families, real sacrifices. But in today's knowledge-based economy, the value of a good education is simply priceless. So today, you join a very special community. Like 150,000 others, you are about to become alumni of this great university. Ours is a community that expresses the very best of today's world. High achievers, great thinkers, top leaders, people who are making a difference, whether locally or globally, in private companies, the public services, in charity and industry. You come from very different backgrounds and no doubt will end up living and working in very different locations. But in the end, you're part of a community, all bound together by one common history. So when you finally leave Lancaster, you take something of Lancaster with you. Memories, of course, the friends you've made, the tutors you've met, the knowledge you have gained, what you have learned from your studies. But above all else, I hope what you take away from here is what you've learned about yourselves. That if you persevere, it pays off. That if you follow your dreams, you can rise to a higher level. That if you listen to your hearts, you can achieve great things. Each of you has proved that you have what it takes to make a success of life. So my advice to you is very simple. Be bold, be brave, believe in yourselves. You have a wonderful, wonderful future ahead of you. On behalf of Lancaster University, I wish you all the very best for whatever path it takes. Enjoy it. You've well and truly earned it. Thank you.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Bowland College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. the degree of Master of Chemistry, Lewis Beck. Kerry Andrea Bowland. David John Exley Seed. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Samuel Barley Moray. Yingfeng Xiong. Leonardo Timothy Goldring Garcia. Joel Patrick Jenkins. Rosine Joseph. For the degree of Master of Physics, Samuel Joseph Kenneth Barnes. Pablo Jeme Babio. Lucy Genevieve, Brisbane. Joshua Joseph Butterworth. Hugh Michael Churn. Georgia Claire Howe. Daniel Roy Matthew Lau. Archie Miller Millsop. Gregory Adam Moore. George Charles Rigard. George Frederick Seeger. Jack Albert Slater. Adam James Spears. Benedictus Valise. For the degree of Master of Science, Alexandra Patrice Arons. Tobias Borman. Eleanor Laura Alexandra Downs. Ella Victoria Francis. Dylan Grassi. Ryan Harrison. Malik Kisali. Advaith Krishnan. James Ludlam. Joshua Frank McKay. Lydia Mary Nicholson. Alexandra Henry Hughes Pert. Olivia Jane Rowe. Alexander Robert Jeffrey Wardle. Daniel Warwick. George David Williams. Joseph Wiseman. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Prunella or Anjou. Monshil Toshev. Faith Allen. Sandra Bruzet. Merrick Anthony Crook. Mia Alexandra Howard. Emma Johnston. Rose Gwendolyn Jones. Eileen Kitson. Aaron Lewis Mitchell. Peter Lawrence Moyes. Samuel Finlay Payne. Hannah Searle. Lois May Shaw. Hannah Spencer. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Ho-Ying Nathan Fon. Joshua Ian Harvey. Joe Kinsella. Thomas Willem Lumbog. Marisa Ouna. Renzo Turt. Andrew Wilson.
By my authority as Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Bowland College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations. Well done.
Despite the encouragement of the Chancellor, I will not sing. Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I here present to you John Moulton for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. John Moulton is a remarkable, many-faceted character. He initially trained in chemistry and then did chartered accountancy. And after almost a decade with Coopers and Lybrand, he moved into venture capital, armed with the perfect scientific plus financial background for investing. Since that move, he has worked in finance for 40 years, building up an enviable reputation. For example, over the last 5 years, he has been responsible for investing approaching £100 million, mainly in UK-based technology companies. In parallel to his venture capital day job, John has become a major contributor to the narrative of the public understanding of the economy, finance, tax, and pensions through regular TV and radio broadcasts and lecturing. Amongst other things, he advised the London School of Economics, the National Audit Office, the Institute of Chartered Accountants, sitting on the Corporate Finance Faculty Board, and House of Commons select committees. He also sat on the independent advisory panel to the UK government's £2.8 billion Regional Growth Fund, and in 2017 he was admitted as a liveryman to the Company of Management Consultants in recognition of outstanding service to private equity and the management consultant industry. In this narrative, he has also been a champion of transparency, which has not always been a priority for the industry. In one well-known instance, in resigning from a venture he himself established on disagreeing with his partners, he appeared to get his resignation letter republished in the Financial Times. But of course, this was in fact leaked by the Wellcome Trust. He is perhaps best known in the wider world for his unsuccessful bid in 2000 for MG Rover, the collapsed British car firm. John was focused on saving the viable core of the business, but in competition with the Phoenix Corporation, a management buyout which was unrealistically promising to save all 6,000 jobs rather than the fraction suggested by John. The then Trade Secretary Stephen Byers plumped for the latter, as seeming better for the business in planning to retain the main car manufacturing operations. John was vindicated when 4 years later, 5 senior executives of the new company were found to have creamed off 42 million in pay and pensions before the company finally collapsed amid multiple recriminations. In the immediate aftermath, John was regularly accosted in public by former Rover workers, or more usually by their wives, expressing regret that he had not been able to buy the company. In one instance, famously by 2 different women within 200 yards on one beach in Tenerife. John is not only a leading venture capitalist, he is also a significant philanthropist. And it is largely for this activity and its impact that we are presenting him with an honorary degree today. He has amassed a long list of charitable undertakings. He has been chairman, patron of the British Allergy Foundation. He's a trustee of the UK Stem Cell Foundation. He is a member of the advisory group to the Great Ormond Street Children's Charity. He is an honorary fellow of University College London and a member of the Langworthy Circle, University of Manchester. And until 2019, was a director of the British Neurological Research Trust. To further this aspect of his career, in 2004, he launched the J.P. Moulton Charitable Foundation, which has made donations over the last 10 years totaling over 20 million to organizations which include the Stem Cell Foundation, Allergy UK, Muir Maxwell Trust, Christie Hospital Manchester, Great Ormond Street Hospital, and many more. The really great impact of this work has come through his more recent 2018 John Moulton Charity Trust, which has the expressed aim of promoting clinical advance and the relief of suffering. His 2 charities together have funded 160 clinical trials conducted over a wide range of areas, including women's health, oncology, obesity, cardiovascular, respiratory, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, several rare diseases, pediatrics. It's only water. And have also entered into several joint ventures with other medical charities in supporting larger trials. As a result, as of 2020, the foundation has disbursed 17 million and the trust a further 30 million to support clinical trials in 30 UK centres. The list goes on, and that makes John a major player in the nation's philanthropic life. However, he is also very much a part of our Lancaster story. John began his career with a degree in chemistry in Lancaster in 1973, and at that time also leading the university's only venture into man-powered flight, which attracted extensive national publicity. He is one of us, and neither has he forgotten us. His generosity to Lanka has been instrumental in a number of important projects, including solo lead gifts that launched a research centre anonymously and the International Observatory on the End-of-Life Care. He was a lead funder in establishing Lancaster's new ultra-quiet quantum technology ISOLAB and the secure data infrastructure. He has provided funds for equipping the Department of Chemistry, for postgraduate scholarships for Furness College, and for the Spectrum Centre. Thus, it is no surprise that he is a member of the University Chancellor's College of Lancaster Benefactors. What more can we say? John is a significant figure in the field of UK finance, and thanks to his rover rescue attempt, one also uniquely known among the general public. He is a Lancaster alumnus and is a very generous benefactor to a range of charities and organisations, including the university. What better an individual to merit an honorary degree? It is therefore, Chancellor, a privilege to present to you, on behalf of the Senate, John Moulton for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Many congratulations, John. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Please.
I've been asked to speak briefly. So, Chancellor, fellow members of the university, honoured guests, heavily indebted former students, I'm delighted to be honoured with this doctorate. 50 years ago, Lancaster provided me with 3 years which played a big part in forming me, for better or worse. I definitely could have given the educational component a lot more attention, but I really enjoyed the rest. Some long-standing friendships were made, and they persist to this day. Universities like Lancaster provided excellent facilities for people like me, who came from a declining Stoke-on-Trent and not from public schools. This was a time when actually most people going into university did go to public school. They were a big step forward, these universities, and fully funded by grants, which you would have probably enjoyed more. Albeit my father struggled to make his contribution because he simply didn't have the money. But as his secondary education finished at 14, he knew the potential value of more education. I came here right at the end of the 1960s. Things were quite wild. Times were changing. We had student strikes, demonstrations, picket lines, people chucking buckets of paint over you, all kinds of joys. Most of these demonstrations were for causes that have been completely forgotten and probably never deserved to be looked at in the first place. As now, cannabis plants decorated the windowsills of the university, and the bars were immensely popular, cheapest booze for miles around. I suspect that these things, the cannabis, the bars, will outlast, and already have outlasted most of those economic and social theories that were taught in my day, and will outlast those being taught today. Years pass, and views change. I view extreme wokeism with the same concern that my parents had about miniskirts and free sex. They couldn't do much about it, and I can't do much about it. Pendulums and hemlines swing. I hope this university stays at the centre of free debate and avoids the suppression of views that comes with cultures of unplatforming, something that was never even imagined in my day, and the enforced elimination of views that suppress that free debate. Preserve your free debate. Anyway, many thanks to the university for this honour. It's really good for my ego. May the university prosper mightily. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Bowland College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Mohammed Abishaba. Dina Ahmed. Thomas William Alaka. Emma Gwyneth Elgare. Abby Teresa Andrews. Ibrahim Bahadur. Claire Juliet Baker. Mohammed Niall Bola. Anthony Baxter. Peter Alexander Baxter. Liam Bennett. Sophia Ann Bennett. Alejandro Bajoya. Barbara Bettencourt. Unbitrut Bhattacharya. Alexandra Anna-Marie Blagou. Aidan Edward Blakely. Joshua Blundell. Holly Amy Boakes. Kathleen Boyle. Patrick James Breslin. Peter Joseph Brearley. Jasmine Eloise Burnett. Joshua Shallis. Barry Hongwai Shang. Jordan Chave. Catherine Chivers. Hinesh Chauhan. Uma Cladelis Sanjon. Lily Heather Clark. Calvin Ayrton Geronimo Coffrey. Susie Erin Collins. Callum Thomas Cordwell. Lucas Cox Freeman. Max Finley Croft. Sally Crosscarry. Cornelia Dasith. Joshua William Daniel. Leah Shan Dean. Aaron Dines. Luke Edward Dolan. Amber Drinkwater. Yasmin El Aroun. Lydia Rosanna Elliott. Cara Pritchard Evans. Luke Davis Fairley. Jamie Farnsworth. James Fleming. Annalise Sophia Fontaine. Gianluca Francioso. Shitong Fu. Laura Angelise Gage. James Michael Scott Gibson. Rhiannon Elise Glynn. Edward Greatrex. Stephen Griffin. Jack Griffiths. Sarah Emily Griffiths. John Stanley Michael Heaven Terry. Ryan Thomas Helm. Molly May Henthorne. Emrin Alexander Hoffman. Joel Alexander Hopwood. Bradley Hudson. Megan Hume. Dianjun Chi. Raziella Rumelo Ivanova. Apologies. Ryan James. Andrew Tristan Hayat Jones. Dominic Thomas Jones. Lucy Kolbash. Sabia Khatun. Hamza Kokar. Arabella King. King Ko. Huda Kokaswadia. Isaac Lambert. Carolina Lashchik. Megan Rue Latham. Jennifer Louise Lay. Alicia Jacqueline Leonardo. Jason Chi Chung Lung. David Stephen Mansfield. James Marshall. Celine Justine Matibag. Liam Robert Martin McCann. Samuel Peter McCormack. Maisie McLaughlin. Neve Marie Melvin. For the posthumous award of Bachelor of Science, William Mercer. Suzanne Danielle Muller. Robert James Murphy. Radzislav Nevachev. Jack Newton. Lewis David Nicholas. Ria Nagoska. Katie Marie Nyinski. Matthew Robert Norris. Siddharth Notani. Zoe Partington. David Almus Pato. Ananis Christine Sandrine Patul. Fabiana Amber Pears. Amelia Helen Pendlebury. Anna Louise Phillips. Lydia Potter. Gemma Poulter. Caitlin Ruth Power. Pulavi Runraknik. Jonathan Rabadjo. Saida Ramin Rivzid. Caitlin Lee Roberts. Benjamin Thomas Shelbourne. George Oliver Schulz. Thomas Allen Sillence. Laura May Singleton. Joseph Slader. Edward Benedict Slater. Miita Solanki. Isha Shrivastava. Andy Sun. Shola Arabena Tosin. Stephen James Rawicki. Josephine Teresa Canalina Vigilin. Joseph Vincent. Julia Veronica Vonsgraska. Hannah Rose Ward. Sashka Meredith Ishbel Watkins. Lauren Grace Webster. Luke Joel Welsh. Elizabeth Rosalind Wilkinson. Hamza Zafar. Grigoris Zinonos.
By my authority as Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Bowland College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many, many congratulations to you all. Well done. I now declare closed this congregation of the University of Lancaster. Long may the university prosper.